Hey, what's going on? What's going on, people? Welcome back. Let's have some fun as usual. This is episode 11th of From Data to Deals. Let's talk about deals. Let's talk about real estate. So let's have some fun, guys. In the meanwhile, if you're watching me on Facebook, please make sure you share this with the rest of the world. Let's see here. All right. Let's make sure we share this with the rest of the world. Let them know that we're here hanging out. And if you're watching me on YouTube, we're going to have some fun today. The goal today is 5. That's all we need. Just 5 solid thumbs up. And then we can really feel really good about today. Welcome back. We're talking about real estate. The updates that I have for you today are a little tricky, but I'm going to share with you anyway, because I feel like you need to be equipped properly for the coming market. Okay, you need to be equipped properly for this coming market. What I can tell you that it's going to be a lot of ups and downs, but that's what creates a market. Okay, what you don't want is a situation where there is no ups and downs. One way or the other, you're going to suffer. Your business is going to suffer if there are no ups and downs. That probably means there's no buyer, or it means there's no seller. If there's no buyers, that means you're just going to lock up a bunch of properties and no one is willing to buy them from you or become assigners or assignees for those properties, right? And if there's no sellers, that means there's no inventory for your business, right? So we don't want that. So again, if you're watching me on Facebook, thank you so much. I do have a question that came in from Facebook that I do have to address really quickly. And like I said, if you're on YouTube, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. We're going to have fun today. We're going to dive into some data today. The county that we're going into today, unless you want me to go somewhere else, the county we're going into today, it's going to be, I want to go to Illinois, okay? It's a little weird name county here that I've never heard of before. It's called DuPage. If you have a different pronunciation for it, please go ahead and correct me. That's the beauty of this. I don't have to know those places before I can go in there and do business with them. All right. So in the meanwhile, I'm just sharing, just bringing. You should be doing the same thing too. The more the merrier. So we're not required to have more people, but we just want to let people know that we're here. Okay. Let's see here. There's a couple more places I need to share too. Right, so we're going to DuPage, Illinois, DuPage County in Illinois. That's where we're going today. That location has about 932,000 people, almost 1 million people. Okay. Let's see here. Share. Let's see. If you just plugged in on Facebook with me, congratulations. Welcome. Please help me share this page with everyone else out in the world. Give it a thumbs up. D to D Nation. By the way, we do have a group. I'm not doing a good job at promoting the group, but the most important thing here is to be here Monday through Thursday. Today is Wednesday, so we have one more day in this week to hang out, basically. I'm going to tell you right now. So contacting sellers, right? You have postcards, you have SMS. Those are my 2 favorites. Okay. If you have budget, Facebook marketing, and obviously Google AdWords. Okay. But those are very complex strategies. Okay. They're not exactly simple to do. But there's another one that many people don't talk about. You know why? Because it's hard to do, okay? And it can be very technical. And that's called SEO, search engine optimization, okay? One of the first steps, not the first step, one of the first steps when you're getting into a new business is really market research. Okay. So if somebody wants to sell a house fast, and there's no postcards in front of them, there's no text messages that's texted them the last 1 week, where do you think they're gonna go? They're gonna go on Google. Okay. And I'm gonna dive in through some of that. I show you what's possible. Okay. Let me just they're gonna go on YouTube, on Google, not YouTube. They're gonna go on Google, right? So today we're going to do page, but I'm going to show you something really quickly before we dive into our software. The software that we use to assess the market here is called PropStream, and I use it, for example, a lot here because, for the obvious reason, because it gives us access to a lot of data about, 1 second here. It gives us a lot of access to a lot of data about the properties all over the nation. Okay. This is about virtual wholesaling primarily before we go local. If you're doing this business locally in your neighborhood, it's because it passes a few tests, hopefully, that you should have taken in terms of a market. You want to make sure that it's market both on the seller and the buyer side of things. Okay. Okay. All right, looks like we're ready to go. So a couple of things I'm going to share with you. We're going to have some fun. Let's see here. So like I said, SEO is another way that you can get buyers calling you. You know, I don't knock cold calling all the way. It's just simply not my favorite thing to do. Okay. So I don't knock cold calling all the way. It's not my favorite thing to do. However, if you can systemize it, if you can turn it to a system, like I was just listening to a podcast, and this lady basically, she wakes up every day from 8 to 12. She pounds the phone. She's an agent. Okay. Agents essentially have to do the same thing that you do. One of the first books that I read a long time ago was by Keller Williams. My first license back in 2005 as a real estate agent, I was licensed as an agent. Was through Keller Williams. I've never practiced as an agent before. I just basically, back then you needed access to the market, to MLS, to see comps, you know, because basically the gurus taught us to go beg realtors to give us comparables, give us access to comparables. After a few emails to a few agents, I realized that it wasn't worth their time. That's not how I felt back then. At the time, I felt like, oh my God, these people are mean. But, you know, me being in business for so long, I understand why. People are busy with their own personal life, their personal agenda. And the last thing they want to do is send you comparables with the hopes that one day you will do deals with them. It's usually not worth it. Okay. It's not worth it for them. But you know, the kicker of it, it's not even worth it for you either. Okay. All right. So with that being said, I wanted to share something pretty cool with you today. With regards to, let me see here. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna open this, and I'm gonna share this window with you. All right. Share screen. Okay, so I just want you to start thinking wild, different possibilities after you start scaling up. The stuff that I show you here is how you can close your first 2, 3, 4, 5 deals. But at some point, you want to turn this to a whole business. You want calls coming into you. Basically, you want to be the one that has options, not the other way around. Not the sellers that are calling you. Like if you have your pipeline being filled up every day, then you won't be able to complain. So as I was saying, this lady, let me see here, application window, boom. Let me share that. All right. So you should be able to see my screen now. You know, as I was saying, there's this particular lady that she works as an agent, and she wakes up every morning, 8 a.m. to 12. She pound the call. She start calling. She calls for sale by owners and expired listings, and that's how she fills her pipeline. So she has to go through. She was saying she has to go through a lot of rituals in the morning. Well, not a lot, but quite a few rituals. You know, things like telling herself, like, everyone I speak to loves to speak to me. like affirmations. Everyone that I talk to today would want to talk to me, all this kind of stuff. Um, I'm not saying those things don't work, but I rather note that something works and just go ahead and do the work that's necessary. But I understand you need to be self-motivated in order to make it at this game, right? Because for a while you may not close a deal and you need something to keep driving you. So maybe that's what drives are. But I just wanted to bring that up just so you can know that if it feels like get rich quick when people are sharing testimonials with you, uh, it's not. Okay. There's a lot of emotional, mental energy that goes into a sustainable business that will be around for a long time. All right. So I wanted to share that with you. So if that's something you're attracted to, just understand that it takes a lot of energy, and I'm talking about cold calling right now, and you want to make sure you're mentally prepared. If you're emotionally weak, the people on the other side of cold calling will destroy your spirit. Okay. And it won't be their fault. It won't be your fault either, but you're still not going to get the result that you want. Okay. So I wanted to open your eyes a little bit to this part right here. The idea is you want to reverse engineer what people are thinking about your ideal prospect. Your ideal prospect. Who is your ideal prospect? Okay. If you want to drop in the comment box, who is an ideal prospect for you? Your message is very simple. We buy houses. Okay. Sometimes your message could be avoid foreclosure, but that's if you're strictly dealing with pre-foreclosures, right? But even at that, we buy houses is really the ultimate marketing message for an investor. You're buying houses, you make your money when you buy, so you want to make sure you're buying at a discount. Okay. So I want you to put in the comment box, tell me who is your ideal client, or let me say ideal prospect, a person that will call you, and what does that look like? If you can describe that when they call you, you knowing that if you buy a property at a deep discount, you get to assign a contract to a person for $10,000, $20,000, $25,000, right? Or $82,000, which is my highest deal ever. I'm still trying to beat that deal since the last 13, 14 years. I haven't. Okay. Average is 25. Okay. Average is 25, 30, right? So with that being said, who's your ideal prospect that will call you? Okay. Now let me describe this to you really quickly. I'm going to go on this screen. A person that has not received the postcard, they have not received the text message, but they know that this property is just not worth them holding on to. Okay. They're going to go on their phone, not on a laptop like I'm about to do. They're going to go on their phone. Okay. Back when I started, some of them went on the computer because that's the first place you think about when you're thinking about Google. But bottom line is that still up to today, right now, the first place that people go to when they need an answer to a question or they need a problem solved is Google. Okay. So they go here. What do they type? Do they type "we buy houses"? Do they type "we buy"? This is one of the mistakes I see people make on Instagram. Do they type "we buy houses"? No, they don't. Okay. If they are typing a question or a problem, that's what they type. So I see people sometimes they would hashtag on Instagram, on Twitter, and they would hashtag wholesaling houses. And basically, their target market in their mind is a person looking to sell a house. A person looking to sell a house is not typing hashtag wholesaling houses. They're not clicking and browsing through all the aggregates under that hashtag. Instead, they are probably on Google searching a keyword phrase, and it's usually it starts with sell my house. Sometimes they will say things like agents near me, right? Realtors near me, right? Or real estate broker near me, real estate agents near me. They will type in things like that. That's a person looking to sell a property. That's what they type. They don't type in hashtag anything. Okay, they're typing in their question, or the problem that they're experiencing at that point in time. All right. So I'm gonna go here and type in sell my house. Sell my house. How about we start from that, right? When I search that on Google, what comes up? Swift home buyers. Okay. So home buyers is not what your prospect is typing in. That is your answer to their problems. So obviously, there's a person here. You see, it says ad right next to it. That means it's Google AdWords. Okay. That's a company. Okay. They say any area, any condition. What is 609? There's a phone number 609 attached to it. 609 is an area code here in Central Jersey, Trenton area. So I know that this is a local investor. Okay. There's another one here that says up next, save thousands in agent fees, top realtors compete for you. All right. So this is actually a broker company, right? A lot of them are doing this these days. They're also getting enlightened and then advertising on Google. Also, this is an ad. Okay. So how to get up here is Google AdWords. It's called Google Ads. It's now called Google Ads, not Google AdWords anymore. It used to be called Google AdWords. Okay. How do I know? Because when I first came online in 2009, one of the first things that I learned was Google AdWords, and I had some money, okay, because the market just crashed 2008, but I had some good savings, right? And I went, I was just trying to learn internet marketing, and then I went and 1 second here, guys. I was trying to learn Google AdWords, and I picked up a course online. I think I probably paid, I don't know, I ended up spending about $500 or something like that on the course. I went through the course, learned about Google AdWords, set up my ads, and then learned some affiliate marketing stuff, put up some ads really quickly, and then lost $700 in about 5 minutes. How? Because I didn't know exactly what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing yet. Okay. That's what it was. I didn't know what I was doing. All right. So the thing is that if you target the wrong keyword, like for example, I typed in sell my house. How much does it cost to advertise on sell my house? How much does that cost? Okay. All right. I'll see if I can show you some example in a second, but let's just leave this like this. Okay. I'm going to show you what this cost. Okay. But how I lost money. Okay. Why I lost money and why you don't have to lose money. Okay. I'll show you that in a second. All right. So here, realtors. Yes. Okay. We buy house right here. Okay. No realtors, no fees. This is an investor. I don't know if this person is national or local. I can't tell because it's an 800 number. Okay. There's another one here that says looking to sell your house, save time and hassle. There's another one right there. Okay. So receive fast offers. So that's an investor, right? Also, there's this place here which is local listings, Google local. They call it Google local business listings, right? And you can also, this is free. This part that says ad is not free. This part is free, but I think there's a few requirements like phone number, place of business, a local, there's a couple of things that you can go through to get this set up. All right. Now this one has a direction. It has a website, sell my house. There's another one here that says sells my house with the phone number. Okay. Now all of these are placed here based on location. Okay. All right. See how it says Woodbridge, New Jersey for me. So Google knows where you're coming from and they place all of these local listings here based on your location. Okay. And also based on open times. This one says open 24 hours. So obviously the smart thing to do is make sure it's open 24 hours. Okay. So Cristiano, you're absolutely right. It's a motivated seller, but a motivated seller would not say, let me call a realtor, would not be looking for a realtor. A motivated seller will say, will be more attracted to a person that wants to buy right now. Okay. Now here's another beauty about this. This how can I sell my house quickly here? Okay, that's this place is called featured snippet. Okay, this is so this is all real estate. This is all digital real estate on Google, right? And people go here and Google this information. When they Google this information, right? What is that? They Googled sell my house because that's what they want. It's not exactly a question, it's what they want. So that makes it a third thing they could potentially type into Google. They could either type in the question or they can type in their problem, okay, spelled out, which something like what do I do with a vacant house? Something like that. That's a full-blown question, but it's a long, we call that a long tail because it's a full sentence, right? And then there's also sell my house, basically spelling out what they want. They just say what they want, basically, right? And that's what this one falls under, right? So there's another one here, open door says, should I sell my house? 6 questions to ask before you sell, okay? Now, this one doesn't say add next to it, okay? How did they get here? The way they got here is called search engine optimization, okay? Basically, they optimize their website for the search engines, okay? So the more you do that, if you can learn the skills of search engine optimization, Google will essentially send traffic to you for free, okay? But it's easier said than done, okay? It's another one here, open door, offer pad, the easiest ways to sell your home the minute you're ready. Zillow, how do I sell my house? Okay, so Zillow, this is just an article on Zillow under their seller's guide category. So to optimize a website for search engines, you have to be a content creator on a regular basis. Okay, so but to place an ad up here, you don't have to be a content creator. This same page will show up here for as long as you're willing to pay Google every time somebody clicks on it. That's why they call it cost per click, CPC. So it depends on how much cost per click you're paying for that. I'll tell you right now, sell my house is probably expensive as hell. Okay, let me see if I can check really quickly. All right, it's a website that you can go to, Uber Suggest, that will give you a good idea. It's created by Neil Patel. Sell my house, you type in right in there and you click search. All right, you can also search, you can just check that price on Google Ads itself if you have an account with Google, and you can check that as well. Let me take that away. All right. All right, so he requires you to have an account. Okay, look at that. Check that out. All right, so it's crazy, right? $42.91 that you would pay for every time somebody clicks on that ad, on this ad, whenever it says ad next to it. Okay, an estimated $40 you will pay for that. Okay, so now you got to make sure that your page is converting to leads. Okay, so a prospect, an ideal seller, a motivated seller, like Krishna said, right, would basically come here, search sell my house. They will click on this ad. So I'm sorry, I have to click on this ad right now. This is why, see, I'm going to use it as an example. I'm clicking on it right now. So Google will hit that person with a bill. So if you're going to do this, you want to make sure that $42 is not a big deal. That means you have $20,000, $30,000 in monthly budget or something like that. That is absolutely worth it. If you look at this page, it's pretty straightforward. The landing page says one thing and it gives you a form to fill out and a phone number to call if that's what you decide to do. It's called Swift Home Buyers. I'm sorry, Swift Home Buyers, if you ever watched this, if that cost you some money. But you know what I could have done? See, I could have just taken this and typed it over. That would have saved them money. But anyway, so as you can see, it says we buy houses in Burlington, Mercer, Middlesex, Monmouth. These are all local counties to me. New Jersey, basically in this area, okay? In the central to South Jersey to Philadelphia area, Pennsylvania area. That's basically what they're looking for. So, but the first thing they see, this area is called above the fold. If I have to scroll, that's called below the fold. Okay, that's called below the fold if I have to scroll through the screen. Basically, the more information you see down here, the more people are not going to see. Okay, people will see what they see here first. If it speaks to their need, their want, right? What they do is they will fill out the email address and phone number and submit, and then somebody can call them right away. Okay, that's how that works. Okay, so you want to make sure that your lead form is above the fold. You want to make sure that your phone number is above the fold, so that every $40 you spend potentially can result in $10,000 as fast as humanly possible. Now, why would somebody in their right mind pay $40 per each click? That's because they know on average it's going to be profitable. Okay. Now it's starting to make sense to you why I probably lost $700 in 5 minutes, right? There's only so many times you can click before you find out that you just lost $700 if you're spending $40 every time somebody clicks. Now, the beautiful thing about me sharing this with you today is I want you to expand your mindset on what's possible with virtual wholesaling, okay, with investing in real estate. People are spending so much money because it's a profitable business. If you know what you're doing, if you manage your resources properly, then it's then that's why people are spending that kind of money. Now, the only place where they're spending money is only when you see ad. There's still a little bit of real estate on the front page here. That's absolutely free. So if you can optimize to set up a brand, this is like a brand DNT Home Buyers, and you set up a Google listing, right? Right. You see here where it says they need to show, like, because it needs to show a map of where you're. All right, this person's actually in Brooklyn. That's what it looks like. But anyway, all right. So if I open this, if you click on any one of this, is free. If you can optimize your website or your listing to show up there, it's absolutely free. Okay, but it's called Google Business Listings. Okay, so they always change the name, so who knows? Google Business Listings. All right, so Google My Business, that's what they call it now. That's the trademark name now. So you go to Google My Business and then you complete a business profile and you set it up. All right, but keep in mind that whatever local, this is not good for virtual wholesaling. It's only good for your local area or wherever you have a physical address. Okay, so it's called Google My Business. That's what they call it now. It used to be called Google Listings. They change their brand names from time to time. That's why you want to learn this concept, so that if somebody changes a brand name or you're watching this video 10 years later, it still makes sense to you. It's still the same thing. People can change names. Got to learn the concept. Okay. That's why if your questions are too specific, like how come this S moved from here to here, you will lose yourself, not me, but you will lose yourself in the game. Okay. So you got to understand the concept. Okay. So let's go back here. So this is free. Now, if you can optimize your website to also have what they call frequently asked questions, structured content. They call it structured content, right? Then Google will go crawling through your website and pull out the answers directly to this page. You can see here when I click there, it drops down the list for me, but it picked it up from Zillow. Okay, so top 9 steps to sell a house fast. So Zillow is occupying more than just one spot. See, this is another one, right? And they're also occupying this space because they've taken the time to answer some questions for some people. Okay, how can I sell my house quickly? The way you sell your house quickly is really call me. That's really it. But Zillow is doing probably they've been nicer than myself, right? What do I do if I want to sell my house? It's another one, Zillow again. So no investors is taking the time to optimize their website, because basically it's you can compete with Zillow here. You just have to learn the skills. Okay. And I'm just as guilty. And you better know that I'm working on that. Okay. Here's another one, Nerd Wallet, how to know if it's time to sell your house. That's a real estate at Nerd Wallet is a blog. Okay. Let me see what Nerd Wallet is. Looks like it's a personal finance type of website. Like, yeah, Nerd Wallet. So, and these are websites you can compete with by simply learning the skills of SEO. Okay. So this is all part of SEO. The questions are part of SEO, and you can see as I dropped more questions, there's more questions that are being answered here. That drops down. I'm going to go to here. What months are best to sell a house? That's another one, and it's just dropping down. How do I sell my house in 5 days? ABC News. Can you imagine? So most people are busy. Most investors are busy trying to get rich quick. They're not thinking long term. They're not thinking how to occupy the digital real estate, right? The digital real estate space. All right. So now all of this right here are actual articles that I also, it wouldn't be this long if I had not clicked on any one of these questions, right? But anyway, should I sell my house? 6 questions I to ask before you sell. Let me open this. This is absolutely free when I click on it. All right. This is free when I click on it. All right. Opendoor.com basically has optimized a nice content here to help people. Right. Now, the beautiful thing is that when I just click on here right now, within the next 24 hours, Opendoor just stored my browser information. I'm using incognito browser, which means they don't get to do that. But on a regular day, if I was an actual seller, I would use my regular browser. They had just stored a cookie onto my browser, and they're able to target me with an ad that says we buy houses just because I've visited them within the last 24 hours. On Facebook, you can target the people that visited you for as long as 180 days. On Google, you can target the people that visited you for as long as 540 days after they actually visited you. So you can bring them back as a follow-up with your little ads, and that ad costs a lot less than $42 per click because this is just a follow-up. Okay. So that's one. That's another one. Okay, Opendoor. Opendoor is occupying 2 spaces here. There's no investors, no wholesalers is taking advantage of this skill set. Everyone is busy trying to cold call, okay, the same people when there's a sector of the market that's coming online to do this. All right. Homelight, Investopedia, of course, Realtor.com, right? Now, the reason why you're seeing some of these big websites is because this is actually a very broad keyword phrase. The way you show up here is by targeting actual keyword phrases, okay? You have to target actual keyword phrases. So you have to know what phrases, what words people are typing into. Now, if you're getting started, you don't have to get started this way. I'm just trying to expand your mind to what's possible. Once you close the first deal, you close the second deal, right? You have a few $1,000s laying around. You want to learn something new. You want to expand out. You want to bring up bring in a few people on your team that want to go hard after this. It's an open space. Okay. So when I click here, you see Google is actually suggesting all the keyword phrases that people that are similar to this are typing in. Real estate agent, of course. For sale by owner. Who are the people searching for this? These are people looking to sell by themselves. We buy houses. Some people would type this in, but many times, I'm going to tell you right now, very few people that are actually looking to sell type this in. This is showing up here because the algorithms is picking up that people that create content for this are also targeting the same people. That's all that is. So you got to think ahead of the machines sometimes. Machine learning is beautiful, but it can only do so much. Okay. Buy my house. That's a good one. Buy my house, right? Sell my house. How much is my house worth? It's a beautiful one. That's what a person looking to sell potentially in the nearest future will probably be typing in, right? Sell my house now. Sell my house for fast cash. How to sell my house. Those are all keyword phrases that you can target using the skill of search engine optimization. If you have some money, you can target ads. As you can see, after a few organic, this is called organic result. This page is called search engine results page, the SERP, SERP. Okay. That's what it's called. Now, below the page, you will see Google still want to sell. So Google is in the business of selling ads. So they show some organic result, but they also at the bottom still show some ads. So Dave Ramsey, right? Many people know Dave Ramsey for for his TV show. All right. But Dave Ramsey is not stuck on his TV show. He has multiple streams of income. He's sourcing leads for agents. Okay. So when you build a massive online website, okay, which you don't have to do in person, again, like I said, once you start closing deals, you will start seeing new opportunities showing up in ways that you can actually build a big business. Okay. Using the same skills of marketing. Okay. Find the best seller agents. That's what that ad was about. Okay. But why is it doing that? Because people trust his name. People trust that they trust the brand, basically. Okay. That's meaningless. He just puts out enough content, right, for people to trust his brand. But that's just how people think, and that's just what it is, right? Sell my house, get a fast, fair offer. That's another good one, okay, by a 17 Home Solutions LLC. This person is advertising using another person's domain name, command-commission-control.com. I wouldn't do that, okay, but at least there's a presence here, right? They're taking advantage of Google Ads. This is extremely expensive. Like I said, if anybody clicks on this ad, you're looking at an average of $42 per click. Crazy, right? So why am I sharing this with you? These people have probably closed enough deals to be able to afford this, and they don't want to sit down and do data analysis and then cold call, and they don't want to do that. They just want to only talk to people that are ready to sell. They took their butt, right? They take their butt to the phone and Google sell my house. Okay. Now, this is called auto suggest. When I click into this box and it shows up like this is called auto suggest. And down here we have related searches. Okay. So Google tells you as a marketer related searches that you can go after. You can write a piece of content, optimize a simple blog, right? All of that costs you less than $5 a month. Okay. And you can build on top of it. You can do a daily, you can do a weekly blog post answering these questions. Do you need to have answers to all of this to be able to create content? No, just read about it. You will learn, and then you teach. And you know what they say about people that teach? When you teach, you learn twice. And that's how you become an expert by default. Right? So I see people read books all the time, they study, they go through courses, but they're not sharing that. So, and then they wonder why they're asking the same question 2-3 months from now, because, and then you're wondering why you can ask me anything about real estate and I can wake me up in my sleep and I have answers to everything. Right? And that's because I create content. That's because I know this stuff. That's like the back of I've been creating content since 2009. I've been in the business for 15 years, since 2005. So it's only natural that not only do I know content, I understand context. Like the game changes during pandemic to something else, after pandemics. And there's certain human behaviors that applies when you're dealing with sellers, buyers, realtors, brokers, right? And they pretty much can't intimidate you. All right. So now there's something called long tail keyword phrase. These are longer tail keyword phrase. If you target a longer tail keyword phrase, first of all, that person is probably much more motivated because they took the time to type out the whole sentence, probably because they didn't get the answer they want on the first phrase they typed in. Not only are they more targeted, you pay cheaper price for that. So I'm going to look at the first one here, which is sell my house fast. I'm just going to right click and open it to another page, right? So basically to open the page as if I searched for it. So sell my house fast for cash. Now I'm seeing different set of ads, right? I still see we buy house.com here, right? Now let me go directly to webuyhouse.com so I don't have to hit that person's ad, right? Webuyhouses.com, right? I think it's with the S, right? We buy houses. Where is it? Right here. WeBuyHouse.com. All right. So now we buy house. So somebody else owns this one. This is another one, but this one is not ranking anywhere that I saw. So WeBuyHouse.com with the S, with no S, right? and this is a different website entirely, right? Looking to sell your house, get a competitive cash offer, just type in your address essentially, right? So I'll be 123. Uh, 123. I'm just gonna put let me think 76 Railway Avenue. Okay. And you just put your address in. I was trying to see if it it will auto populate my that's not my address by the way, but yeah, an address. But request a free offer, right? You see how fast I said that's not my address? Yeah, gotta make sure we protect ourselves here. Now here we go. When you look at all of this, right? Google will sometimes say we want people to be able to navigate away from the page that you're advertising. Sometimes they're strict about it. Sometimes they allow you to put it at the bottom. Again, this is a page. But if I look at, let's go back here. Let's see. This is another featured snippet. You see about featured snippet. You can literally click into this and learn how it works. But they're literally giving this website realwealthnetwork.com. They're giving them a big old real estate space on the front page when people search for sell my house fast for cash. Are companies that buy houses for cash legit? See, people are literally typing that into the search engines and somebody has optimized for it. I sold my house.com. Ugly review about selling to we buy house sales companies. There's no such thing as that, but if somebody is typing in it, you might as well create content for them and then maybe enlighten them, or maybe toot their horn a little bit more and tell them that somebody scammed them. It's BS. If you want to sell your house, if nobody stole the house from you and you have to sell and you sell at a 20% discount or 20% of what it's worth, that's because you needed to and you did that legally, right? But people tend to act like victims, and that's okay. That's why we're able to do business still, regardless of how you look at it, one shape, one form or the other. People tend to want to be the victims, but that's exactly what the best sellers and best marketers in the world used to attract more people and the most powerful people in the world, even including politicians. That's the same exact thing that they used to attract the audience to them, right? So it doesn't really matter as long as you understand this as an entrepreneur, right? So like I said, there's a big real estate. This is all ads, right? But it's a page here. We buy uglyhouses.com. I know of these guys because, frankly, because I've seen their billboard, even in my neighborhood. So they spend tons of cash on advertising. Now you see there's no ad. This is purely organic results, meaning if I click on it, they paid nothing for it. So if I was an actual seller and I clicked on it, they paid nothing for it. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool, right? Please make sure you give it a thumbs up before you leave. Thank you so much. We got the 5 thumbs up already, but if you're here hanging out, because I know people drop in and out, so make sure you give it a thumbs up wherever you're watching from. All right, so I need to sell my house. You can see this page, it's a little bit required to have a lot more content for Google to really rank it at the top of the search engines for free. Okay, but it's just content. As long as, see, there are a couple of things that Google measures. They measure, are people hanging out on, so they measure duration, the visit duration, how long people stay on the web page. They measure bounce rate. Are people clicking into your website and then clicking back right away, right? Because they didn't find what they want. If they're doing that, Google will eventually drop that person out of rank because it shows that you're not serving the needs of the average visitor. So they look at these things on an average, and it's not a human being that's looking at it, it's an algorithm that's looking at it. Okay. And as you can see, all of this, right? All of this. I'm not going to show you my own website right now, okay? Because we're actually measuring some things and I don't want to skew the data, but we just built a massive website like this, okay? It's basically designed for 450 plus locations all around the nation. Okay. And the idea is to be able to collect leads from anywhere. But this is a skill set that you can learn on how to do this. Okay. So we buyuglyhouses.com. This is not their homepage. This is, you can see sell my house cash, and is ranking on the front page of sell my house fast for cash. Now, if I'm going to go here. This is benefits of accepting a cash offer on house. This is actually somebody searching for this, not just one person. Enough people have searched for this, and that's why Google is suggesting as search related. So Google use enough samples, just like I was telling you when we're doing data analysis, right? Google don't just show up this at the bottom here. By the way, they show up fast cash Michigan. Okay. That right there, that's why you want to be location specific too, because people will say sell my house fast cash, and they will put their location, their state. Sometimes they put their town with the state abbreviation like MI, right? Those are things you have to do the research, the keyword research we call it, and find out what people are searching for, right? But I'm just going to open this, and then we're going to so this is a longer tail keyword, right? And then I'm going to check in Uber suggest and show you. Let's first of all see. So benefits of accepting a cash offer on house. Okay. All right. So these are ads showing up here. This ad could be showing up here because they targeted cash offer for house, and they targeted what they call the broad match. That means anything that has those words in it. Or they target a phrase match, meaning it has to be the words, but in that same order. The other way is called exact match, which is the best way to target on Google Ads. They actually target this exact match. Okay. Now, if I put this square brackets around the keyword, and I search for it, you will see the people that are actually targeting the exact match. This is a symbol for exact match when it comes to search engines. Okay. And all these people, all these results are based on this exact match. Benefits of accepting a cash offer on house, right? What are the benefits? See, benefits, you will see similar, at least close enough. See, majority of them. If Google doesn't see enough site targeting that exact match, it will put something related to that. Look at this. I see more. So if I wanted to create an article, I have enough content that I can come back here daily basis and create an article around this keyword phrases. Benefits of selling a house for cash. Make a cash offer on a house, or making a cash offer on a house. Now, this is not your target market. That's an investor, or that's a person learning how to make cash offer on a house, right? That's not your target, right? Paying cash for a house tips. Which offer to accept on a house, right? So this person is looking for a formula to determine which offer to accept on a house. So that's not exact target, right? But this one is benefits of selling a house for cash. Cash buyer, how to offer. All right. So again, it gets you thinking. You want to think about the person that's typing this in. What is it that they're looking for? That work of thinking that through. How many people are doing that in the game? So people ask me all the time, how do you stand out? Because everyone else is cold calling. Everyone else is trying to drive for dollars, even in the middle of pandemics, right? How do I stand out? I'm sharing some ideas with you. Okay. Everyone is doing YouTube videos. How do I make sure I don't depend on YouTube views to close deals, right? Really, honestly, you should be what they call you should be omnipresent, omni-channel. You should have seeds everywhere that people can bite on, right? Like baits everywhere. But I'm just telling you, the way you stand out is by, really is thinking. It's more in the, thinking through this stuff. Your ideal prospect. There's 3 pillars to every business. There's people, right? There's people, there's automation, right? That's for me because we live in digital age, right? There's people, there's automation, there's what's the third one? Who here can remind me of the third? I created it, but I can't remember right now. My brain is getting frozen. I'm having backaches, so I have to just make sure I show up today, basically. Right? There are 3 pillars. Who here has gone through my program and know what the three pillars are? Or at least the book. The book explained this in details. Was the third pillar is the most the pillar that I just forgot is the most important thing, right? There's people. Obviously, you need to serve people, right? The audience. You need to understand the audience, right? The third one is value. Okay, it's literally section number 1 of the book. Smart Real Estate Wholesaling. Okay. So now, last but not least, okay, we didn't get to go into DuPage County today. Maybe I'll be able to go through in 3 minutes, just to search through, but we'll see. How many people are searching for this per month? Let's see if Uber Suggest is willing to tell us, because Uber Suggest will make you create an account after a few searches. And I don't want to do that right now. Okay, so 1,600 people search volume are searching for this nationwide in the United States every month. Okay, SEO difficulty is easy. Literally, you can go after this keyword and target it and start ranking. Okay, still costs $40. If you were to go pay people, Power Yoga. Thank you, Anthony. I'm gonna look that up. That's because I've been sitting a bit too much. All right. All right. Sell my house fast for cash. Okay. $40. It still costs a lot less. But let's look at the longer tail keyword. This one, benefits of accepting a cash offer on my house. Okay. Now this person is, who knows? Obviously, it's fast. Cash offer is fast. You don't have to wait for approval from a mortgage company, but they need you to spell that out in the form of 300 words article. Why not just do that? Serve them. Service, value. The first pillar of the three pillars, value. Put out more value. Now it's blocked me. There you go. Told you it was going to block me. Come on, Uber Suggest. 260 people are searching for that per month. That's a lot of people. But it will cost you $22 per month per click. So keep your mind open, guys. If you I'm just going to close this out. I want to go see if I can go through DuPage real quick. All right. Thank you for. Did you guys enjoy this? Did you feel like wow? Like this opportunities. Do you see the opportunities? Let me know before I round up in about 2 minutes. Do you see the opportunities in this right here? Do you see the opportunity? Let me know, guys. Do you see that opportunity? Would this be if you could learn this? If you could figure this out and start ranking everywhere, and you see how many people are searching for, those are real people, Google data, okay? Searching for those. Obviously, when they call you, the conversation is a lot different than when you're calling them or you're texting them. First of all, they already know what they want, right? They already know what they want. And let me see here. Oh, let's see. Okay. They already know what they want, and you're just answering their question and then send them a contract and then locked in. Not all of them. It's never really all of them, but a lot more, right? A lot less amount of energy you invest in that. Okay. Let's see. Share screen. I just wanted to go through DuPage real quick in about a few minutes. Okay. That way we fulfill all righteousness, because that's why many of you guys are here, data analysis. But I'm sure you guys appreciated what I just shared. Let's see here. This software right here, it's called PropStream. You can find it at Empire Big Data. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go to Illinois, DuPage County, Illinois. This is how you want to get started, guys. Go watch the previous 10 episodes. You'll see me use this at length. I'm about to fly through it really quickly. All right. 0 on my criteria, who knows why, but there are 1,391 pre-foreclosures. This cash buy $20,000 good to me. This looks good. We're gonna go to filter. So I'm gonna fly through this. You want to see me do this breakdown by breakdown? Come back tomorrow here at 4 p.m. We have one more day in this week, or go watch the previous episodes. So let's go through my non-negotiable criteria. That's already plural. Residential, single family, multifamily 2 to 4. Oh yeah, there's a question that I needed to answer too. Exclude all condos not on the market. If a property has auction date in the past, no, they can't. If they already foreclosed on them, that's the question that came in. If they already foreclosed on them, you cannot buy that property again from the owner. They already lost the property. But if the auction date shows in the past, there's a good chance they have already postponed. You just want to make sure that the homeowner tell you by themselves that the property auction had been postponed. If you see auction date in the past and you've seen a lot of them, don't select this box, the auction box. So for today, I'm just gonna, as an example, do that. I'm dealing with data right now. The only way to know if something is actually foreclosed on is when you talk to them, or you look through an individual property record to tell you here if it was foreclosed on as well, to be recorded after a while with the county. But for now, let's just do notice of default and default releases. Under ownership, I like to see 5 years, okay? And I also like to see year built, the year the property was built. I like to see 20 years to 30 years. I've been forgetting that. That's because I have my filter saved, okay? But individual owners type, that's what I like to see, okay? I like to suppress any active bankruptcies, okay? And I like to see 50% minimum equity. Now, in terms of when the property was built, that should be under characteristics right here. I like to see a maximum of 1980, which is about 40 years from now, but I will push it up if I have to. Right, there you go. All right, so only properties built in 1980. So I'm going to close this, and I came up with 123 just off of that criteria. If I wanted to send postcards out to these people and skip trace, that's it. And now I don't have to deal with, and this is all residentials, and that's all I look at. I just get word out to these people. You use this tab right here, skip tracing. If to get the postcard out, you find their phone numbers, the email address, and start contacting them for the next 1 month. You want to touch them at least 4 times before you give up and pull another piece of data. Okay, that's what I have for you guys today. That was DuPage County, Illinois. Some pretty neat data there that we can use. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Any questions right about now? Let's see here. Given the mandated moratorium on foreclosures during the pandemic, is there another list that we should target as well? No, yesterday I talked about vacant, but no, it really doesn't matter when it comes to marketing. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's like this. Think about it like this. Okay, they sent out all that money, right? Billions of dollars in what do you call that money? What do you call it? Stimulus, right? They sent out all that money, right? Even if they sent out all that money, they made some landlords, they made them use their, like in New Jersey, they allow landlords to use their security deposit to cover the monthly rent. It doesn't make the person stop panicking that they're late on their payment. It doesn't make them stop panicking on their bills. It relieves them just a little bit. But we're talking home ownership right now. Eventually, it will catch up. And again, remember, there's no one single factor that makes somebody want to sell. It's an array of different things. So foreclosure is just one of the things. Then you have vacant, and then you have all these other factors or all those other things in there that will stack on top of each other. Generally, you want to make sure that they're on a pre-foreclosure list. It's the idea that they are on that list. It's not about the fact that there's no feeling relieved. In New Jersey, if you're on that list, you're already late 3 months. It's very hard to catch up on 3 months payment for an average human being. So no, I'm not changing nothing. I'm keeping it the same. If there's any, whatever you call it, that's a big word, moratorium on foreclosures that's going on, is temporary anyway. So no, I wouldn't worry about that. I'm just looking to help more people. And this is the best way you can help them, not by abandoning that list. And remember, when you talk to them, don't ever mention their foreclosure unless they bring it up. Okay? Don't mention their foreclosure unless they bring it up. That's what I have for you guys today. Hopefully, you've been enlightened, educated. If you're brand new here, subscribe to the channel. Okay? Subscribe. Don't just leave. Subscribe to the channel. And you may be watching me on, maybe you're watching me on Facebook. Find the YouTube channel and subscribe. Find the YouTube channel and subscribe. And also, if you want this book, you can download it for free. If you're brand new here, you can download it from Smart Real Estate Wholesaling. SmartRealEstateWholesaling.com. Okay, that's where you want to go. And if you go there, I'll give you my newest book, Real Estate Money Secrets, for free. In addition to that, okay. Now, if you want me to help you personally, you want me to coach you personally and get your business structured and get you going, making outreach, the only way is you have to, first of all, attend my 3 hours workshop at myEmpirePRO.com/go virtual. You have to attend that. It's 3 hours. So you have to go through that. I require that you do that, okay? And by simply doing that, the price is automatically cut by more than half as well, too, just by doing that. Yes, there is a cost to having me personally help you. All right. So that's what I have for you today. Any questions? I'm just checking here. Good, Krishna. What have you been waiting for? Montello, find me on YouTube. Thank you so much. And make sure you give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, Krishna. And let me know if you guys have any questions. I answered, I think there were a couple of questions. We'll try to answer them tomorrow. I got excited about search engine optimization and showing you the possibilities. So let's just end it right there for today. I'll see you tomorrow, 4 p.m., same spot. In a few minutes, you'll see where you can click reminder and stuff like that. So, all right. Thank you, Montello, for that thumbs up. I see that. Thank you. All right. See you on the next one. Peace.